Parents of Sagittarius children, welcome to Parental Guidance. This is the first and only show on YouTube giving you monthly insights on how you can connect with your child. This is our reading for March, and overall it is a very opportune time for your Sagittarius little one. Perhaps this is a general read, but this message is for the Sagittarius child who has been working on cultivating boundaries for themselves. So it could even it can be in any age. It can be speaking up for themselves at 3 and saying what they want, or a toddler, saying no, and honoring themselves in that way, not giving away their power. It could be a teenager, putting firm boundaries down with their peers, developing more of their sense of self. So it's a lot of taking my power back, setting my firm boundaries so I can move forward without the clutter and the distractions that I no longer need and no longer serve me. So they have the energy of the frog. This is a feminine energy, creation, and speaks of fertility. Fecundity is what that means. So when we look at it this way, you got this little frog, and they got their crown, so they know who they are, but they're choosing to, I don't know if that's supposed to be the moon, but they're pushing. I just get a sense that they're doing a work. They know who they are, but right now they're going to take a step to do the hard work to make progress for themselves. A lot of self-respect, a lot of respect for life and nature and what needs to be done, if that makes sense. So they're focusing on moving themselves forward, self-respect. They have the mauve card as their vibration, and this speaks to a lot of it's almost like I see meditation, I see coming into themselves, connecting with spirit, universe, intuition, enjoying clear hearing, yes, but the focus is being one with nature, being one with the world, and seeing things clearly, the way that nature intended it for us to live, or how for us to live, if that makes sense. But inspiration, expanding your spiritual awareness, letting go of dense, heavy energies. So their challenge this month is definitely matters of the heart. That's usually what that's how these more reddish hue cards come up for me, is it's a matter of relationships or the heart, emotions. And so the challenge that I got when I looked at the overall theme for nurture, care, protection, energy flow, and life force, it's like their challenge is just embracing more self-care. They are cutting out stuff, distractions, and they're focusing on self-care. And when I saw nurture, the challenge is, of course, the challenge to nurture yourself, but taking the time to go slow, taking the time to just let things sink in. So it's a contemplative time. It could be dealing with other people, but this is more so like self-care, honing in on self. So a lot of building. In the past, they may have blamed themselves. They may have taken on responsibilities. They may have taken on, the blame of others, or the blame that people put on them. They may have blamed others. And now they are in a place of, I take responsibility for what I did, but I'm not going to take responsibility for what I didn't do and for your stuff. I'm not taking on your stuff. So this is a firm boundary card, which is great. They are deciding for themselves where they stand, and it's not for them. They're not taking on, they're not carrying the responsibility of others. They are realizing that they have the power to break free and create the life that they want, if that makes sense. Their mood, and this is so Sagittarian, but they're playful. They are striving to find the youth and beauty in life, and hopefully you can read that. But it's like this youthful joy where their heart's intent is just, taking their arrow and pointing it towards their highest good, bountiful energy, joy, vibrancy, all that good stuff. That's where they are right now. They just want happiness, they want peace, they want fullness, they want abundance. And Jupiter is in Sagittarius, so that's always good and helpful. But they want this release from the confinements of this world, and just to be jovial. This is a beautiful card. They have the Soulmates card in the first week in March. And a lot of this focus, even though it could be, if they're older, romantic love, but more so this is dealing with relationships, connections, people that are drawn to them. So they may find themselves meeting a new friend or joining a new social group or being more socially interactive with people, connecting, joining forces, things of that nature, wanting to, it's like an abundance. All this love that's around is just fluttering towards them. It's like they're drawing it in, they're drawing it to themselves, this connectedness, and it's a very beautiful, positive thing. Just want to check if there's anything else. Nope. Just harmonious partnership, relationships that foster personal growth, companionship. It says you were meant to evolve and transform with the company of others. So I just see them this week joining up and linking up with people and just sharing in that space of communion. Okay. In the second week in March, kudos to them. They are breaking cycles. They are having the realization, something finally clicks for them, like they're this pattern in this habit of perpetuating a cycle, and they come to understand what they have been doing to keep the cycle going. And they say, no, enough is enough. I break this cycle. I'm not going round and round anymore. And it's a good thing. They're breaking free from, and again, this talks about breaking free, but they're breaking free from old habits of doing something. In the third week, I think it's this divergence from, they're like, I'm breaking away from what I used to do. Now I'm going to, listen more to my intuition, the divine energy, just get in alignment with what is right. And not, what I mean by that is what they're going in line with the flow. And not like a passive flow like what everybody else is doing, but they are following their natural, passion, the inclinations, the natural flow of the universe, and they're getting in line with that. And by doing so, that they are going to be honored and respected for that by people, and the universe is going to see that. And the universe is like, the spiritual force, the law of all these spiritual laws will shower them for them just getting in a line with that. It's like the universe wants to bless us, and when we are in alignment with the flow of the universe, it's just a natural occurrence to be blessed and to have good things come upon us. So it says, abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting culture or family customs, universal laws. And it just speaks of the divine principles, the law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature. So just by them surrendering to how the spirit realm works, they beget this beautiful bounty towards the end of March with milk and honey. And let me find that real quick. And that just speaks of a taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. So it's like it's coming, like it's here. It says they've entered into a sweet time in their life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious, when all of your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities of the universe. So this is a very good, nice, sweet spot to be in. And it's like this cultivation. They're joining with new friends, new connections, with people sharing. They're cutting off ties, and they're breaking away from that to adapt to a path that is more in line with their spirit. And by doing so, it's like they open this gateway for them to to receive opportunities. And it's like, I feel like that could keep expanding. I don't know what the energies are for April, but it's just that's expanding for them, and that's great. So what's changing? They have the motivation card in reverse, and I don't get the sense that there's a change within their motivation as much as it is that their motivation is growing in strength. They're going to be more stronger in their emotional nature, or not emotional, their motivations. Like whatever motivations they have are just going to intensify even more. They may be checking their motivations. They may, just make sure that their motivations are on the right path of alignment. But I really just see them going harder, more focused in what it is that they desire. And that's good. It's like confirmation is encouragement. Now that they've broken free of something and they've changed patterns and they've released blame, they have all this extra energy to focus towards their highest good. So the solution is, I get it two ways. Continue to be positive, do what they're already doing, change nothing, and also be bold. I get a sense of, not arrogance, not being aggressive, but I definitely get the sense of pursuing their dreams with fervor, authenticity, and speaking their truth without feeling ashamed. So they have be positive. It says your thoughts can shape your experience, so be sure to focus on the positive. They're already positive. They're already flowing in in that vein, and I just see a level of intensity and increasing between those two cards. So good for them. Kudos to your little Sagittarius little one, however old they are. So how you can help, you have the vision card in reverse. And this card speaks of paying attention. There are signs, symbols, and messages divinely placed in our path to guide us in the right direction. I don't see so much you needing to zero in on your child to have vision. They don't need you to help them see something, as much as it is yourself taking a back seat, almost like to the entities and what the universe is doing, the spirit of the world. Angels, being open to the metaphysicness, I guess I just made up a word, of life, but the metaphysical, seeing, being open, it's like seeing through your eyes. So if you've ever looked, but you allowed your vision to get blurry, but you're still looking forward, like that is what you're seeing past what you see. And that's what this message is. Continue to see beyond your natural eye. Continue to see beyond what you naturally see to the world beyond that. The beyond physical realm, the metaphysics, the metaphysical realm. And that's how you can help. Just continue to see that and branch out as they are seeing it for themselves. So a very beautiful message for you, also for self-care, Sagittarius, dad and mom. And it is, I see you going inward for yourself. This card speaks of connection and spiritual bonds, reaching out, and contact. And I feel like now is the time for you where you are working on projects for yourself and you are going inward, disconnecting, not in a bad way, not in an isolate, like hermit way, but just going in deeper for yourself. What are your desires? What do you want for your life? And I see that being confirmed and complemented with this I am the real deal card. You're growing in your personal strength. You know who you are, and you're just taking some time away to cultivate that. So I'll give you a moment so you can pause and read this. But it's a really good time for you to isolate yourself and fill your cup and, you know, push yourself, you know, go for your dreams. We only have this one life existence, you know. Some people believe we come back again and we live somebody else's life, but you only get to do this life this one time. So don't waste it. Make it count. You know, there's no fear. The only person that's holding you back, or the only thing that's holding you back, is yourself. Okay? So be bold. Don't fear. You hurt yourself more than you help by being too cautious. Okay? So I hope that helps. Thank you. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I wish you guys the best this month. And we'll see you soon. Take care.